Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go live a little bit earlier because I'm gonna try to get out of here a little bit earlier. Um, but I just wanted to kind of talk about what's been going on. I want to show some videos tonight. Welcome to the room. And I want to have a discussion about everything that's been going on. I want to hear how people feel, and I want to see if we can do anything. Hola, I want to see if we can do anything to kind of get, figure out what can be done for the family, for the members to be taken down. Let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me really well, or if it's a little low, just let me know. I'm gonna play a video of mine, um, just to see if more people are gonna come in. All right. So let me share my screen. All right. Let's see if that works. Yeah, audio. Easy. Share. Beautiful. Nope. Okay, good. I'm glad you hear me. All right. I'm trying to share my screen. Um. Hmm. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, goodness. Let's see if we can. Can y'all see that? How do I make that? How do I make that go away? Nope. All right, y'all. This is my first time on sharing the screen, so if anybody know how to make that go away, just let me know. Um, let me see if y'all can see the video. Y'all see the video? Oh, I want y'all to see this video so bad. Hmm, I can't see it. Yes. All right, well, I can't see that, and so I'll figure it out, I guess. But like I said, I wanted to I'm about to put the link in. Copy link. I want if y'all haven't seen my video, please go to my channel and watch that video. Like to actually see how the people are really broken. Like they go there so beautiful. They go there. You got a lot on your computer. You got to X them out. Okay, a lot on my computer. I don't even know what. Listen, I got um two tabs open. So man, not sure, but um it's a lot on the computer. I'll figure it out another day. But yeah, please come up and let's talk about it. So I wanted to, obviously talk about what is happening to Malia. So has anybody seen the videos from the tea? Because that's what I was gonna play. I was gonna play the video from the tea. I was gonna play the video from World News, the interview that he did with the aunt. Uh, so has anybody seen them? Because at this point we gotta, it's time to end this whole thing. It's time to take this man down. He gotta go. He has to go. And so if you look at what he is doing, if you look at how he's moving, everything is online. Everything he is doing is online. um and so I'm going to gather, because I was supposed to do, somebody requested that I do a video about the members, and like, before they went to carbonation and the after, and how they look, like the drastic physical change. But I'm gonna have to put that on hold because I want to make a video, a collection of video of clips to show um what Malia, or quote unquote Malia, what Tinisha has been through. And people don't understand how serious this is. A lot of people don't understand how serious this is. And that's why I'm doing this live tonight. Because for a lot of people, this is entertainment. It's a sad story, but they move on. But you don't. You really do not see Malia. Absolutely, Linda. And people are not understanding exactly what has happened to her. I mean, think of the things that she has been through. She was, and a lot of them, they all come from these very like broken homes, or what they interpret as broken homes. Malia was a victim of manipulation by her sister's, what was it, her sister's boyfriend at the time. And so she took that, obviously she internalized what was happening to her, right? She internalized what happened to her and made it about, and made herself seem like the bad person. Maybe the family did as well. And made her the guilty person. And so she runs away to this place where they tell you, where, this man tells you, I'm going to cure you from whatever it is that person gave you. I'm going to heal your heartache, your sorrow. I'm going to send you to a place where you don't have to worry about anything. And then she gets there, and not only does he not keep his promise, but he violates her. Anal sex. Okay? And if anybody know about anal penetration, that is probably the worst thing you can do to a person when you are infected with anything. She was forced to do anal sex. This man, Natureboy, peace, 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 Major Jungle Beats. She was forced to give anal every single day. If y'all read Sybil's book, or at least heard Sybil's book, um, she was, her family need power of attorney papers over her. Okay, so if she gets power, if they get power of attorney papers, right? They're able to determine whether or not she can leave the hospital, right? But will that stop her from going? My question is, once they get power of attorney papers, um, yes, he does have her mentally. Once they get power of attorney papers, what's the next step? They can keep her but so long, and I think power of attorney is if the person is mentally incapable. But how long will it last? And then the next thing is, what will they do, or how can they use that as a stepping stone for something else? What do you think, Major Jungle Beats? What is the next step? Because our ultimate goal. Hey, hey, come on up. I cannot pronounce your name. You sending me? Cause I know you be on with Tony. Is she still alive? Is Sugar Love still alive? Um, come on up, come on up. The link is in the chat for anybody who wants to come up and talk about this. But like I was saying, what would be the next step? Because unfortunately, they're going to be continue to be Yemi. Okay, they're going to continue to be more young girls, and I call them girls. I'm going to call them girls because I remember when I was 20 years old, when I was 19, 18. And I thought that I knew everything. I thought I knew everything. Blessings, blessing, blessings, Donna. Um, what can we do, you guys? What as a viewer, what can we do? Because I thought I knew everything, and can't nobody tell me about somebody. I want to find out for myself. Yes, it is. She forgot Aya's name. Who noticed that? She, quote unquote, Aya, Portia. She forgot that child's name. And if she can forget somebody's name that she was with for over a year, that tells you about her mental state. And so we're trying to figure out, you know, for the family as well. Hopefully the family, hears this or hears something like this. She knew, yes, yes, I knew right from wrong, but I had to learn a very hard lesson. I have a child, beautiful daughter, from my mistakes, but my daughter, had to wait a while to have a good father figure. I was struggling. I was a single mom for a very long time. Um, and thankfully that was just the worst of it for me. Um, and then you have to remember a lot, I wasn't as sheltered. I was very headstrong. Malia is a very passive individual. This is horrific. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I've never seen anybody brutalized to this degree. To this degree. This man is a narcissist beyond. Like I cover, or I cover, I guess you could call cult-like personalities and very, individuals within our community who, because people think that these type of men don't exist in our community. People think, oh, cults and cult-like personalities don't exist. And so I cover them to show people, yes, they do exist. And this one, he is the worst of them all. His following isn't as big, but he's the worst of them all because he feeds off the torture he causes people. Yo, you was going to fast. I'm 8 months pregnant, and I was about to fast. I'm 8 months pregnant, and I was about to fast because this man made me so infuriated. And then you look at him with them devilish eyebrows. You see, and I don't and I don't put this man on my channel, like, unless I'm trying to get people to be very aware of what he's doing. I can't even listen to him talk. I cannot. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for the congratulations. Um, is that for my about my book, or because listen, y'all, I wrote a book, and I started this book because I got tired of people, specifically my partner, my husband, was telling me to stop watching carbonation because it was doing so much damage to my mind. Like I was messed up. Like I'm looking at men like, oh my goodness, because I've seen so many of these nature boys around, and so you feel helpless. And he said, you know what? What should you be doing? Like, do something constructive. So I tried calling the police. They don't do anything. You're not the victim. You didn't, you saw it on the internet. It could be fake. Yes, it does. It draws you in. And that's why I'm doing this live tonight. Like, what can we do, y'all? What can we do? Real talk, I just don't get the people donating to this cult. If you saw him today, it was people cheering him on, um, telling him to uh don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about them. They don't know, they don't know. So what are they saying about the family? I never seen a group of retarded, and man, I really don't like to, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but to sit on this man's panel at this point, to sit on this man's panel and to justify his actions, Oh no, he needs to be taken down. He needs to be taken down, and that's why I think there needs to be just more than just um you know what is it 50 what they call it 5150 for Malia in Philadelphia where I'm at, we call it like 203 to get her committed. Cult personalities exist. Remember the black cult leader in Arkansas. Who is that? The one who went to Mexico? The cult is called the Purple People. Many have escaped, but he's still running it. Yes, and that's what people don't understand. It's a lot of cults right now, you guys. It's a lot of cults, and they are not getting in trouble. They need to investigate to be investigated. Once the court get involved, Nature Boy, her sister, can get social service involved. Okay, so once social service get involved, then what? See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's no like if we focus, even though we want to focus on the females, even though we want to focus on the members, um, focusing on the members is only going to, if at all, stop the member from going, or it may not. It may completely turn the member off from the family. So our focus has to be on the cult leader himself, right? And so the question is, how can we get the cult leader? Because if they don't have him to run to, it's almost like they gotta pick up the pieces, whatever, whatever. But there's nobody to run to. There's nothing to try to escape to be with. Uh, the cop was working overtime. The cops were working overtime for who? For the purple people cult, because it was a group that was in Mexico. Was that the one he fled to Mexico and they still caught his butt? Okay, it would raise eyebrows. But did so it's been so many. I mean, it's been so many people who have. It's been so many people who have tried to do it through members and have not been successful. So my suggestion is again to gather the ex members who are interested in talking. There are some. Gather those people. Have them, go to the call the police station, go to the wherever their local situation is, and they might even need to do it together. Does anybody know if there is a campaign right now? Like what do they call them? A petition? Anybody know if there's a petition out for him yet? Anybody know if there was a petition for to stop carbonation? I know there was a long time ago, but I don't know if it's one now. Let me see. I'm gonna try this again, you guys. See, there needs to be petitions. Remember when those white girls were there? What is her name? Kayla Reed. Anybody remember when Kayla Reed was there? And that was one girl. So when Kayla Reed was there, okay, when Kayla Reed was there, they had CBS on their ass. They had what's that channel? Oh my goodness. Um, she in Babylon as long as she can't get to him. They can stop him. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Linda. He don't have a passport. Bigo's not gonna stop him. Bigo's not gonna stop him, Yemi, because Bigo makes so much money off of him. The people who put him onto it, what they call him, Keys. The guy who he is signed under. They're making so much money off this sicko. They're not gonna stop. And we all know Bigo is run by the Chinese, so they could care less. Nexus cult. Oh, I heard a Nexus cult. Okay, okay. Let me see. Yes, it's a Chinese ad, and we know how the Chinese get down. And we know how the Chinese get down. Okay, y'all. What? So what I'm telling. Listen, I think the best way to get this cult, the best way is through um the finances. Look at what's his name? Mm, Yahweh ben Yahweh. Anybody familiar with Yahweh ben Yahweh? Yahweh ben Yahweh. He got taken down. He did a lot of messed up stuff, and it took years to get him. And he hurt a lot of people. But the only reason they got him is because of the finances. The federal government wanted they don't care what you do, long as you ain't extorting money, and long as they getting paid. Yahweh ben Yahweh. The hospital can stop all phone calls, but they had to have a legitimate reason. Um, who else? Yahweh ben Yahweh. We had oh my goodness. It's so many black cults, y'all. It's so many black cults. Warren Jeff, another one. I think I have the name right. Um, and does anybody know what happened to the girl who went to carbonation a few days ago? Does anybody know what happened to her? Dr. York. Oh yes, that's Dr. York is one too. Yummy. And you see his son running around social media. Son running around social media, doing the same thing. That's the one who Nateri. That's the one she ran back to. What's up, Chad? Hey, Aquarius. I'm new in here, but I know what's going on with the situation. Okay, so Aquarius, if you know what's going on, tell us what you think is going to help take Eligio Bishop down. I mean, there will always be young girls. If we save Malia, a real name Tinisha, if we save her, there's going to be somebody else. There's still Aya there. There's still Efru there. There's still Sheba. The men have, hardly ever left. There's still Zoca, who looks really bad. There will always be young women, young impressionable women, who get sucked up into this. And so, what we're doing now, watching and hoping that things change, will always exist. We'll just be hoping for different girls. So what is it that we can do to stop the source of the problem? Her family wants us to flood his lives in pictures. Oh, thank you, Aquarius sun. Everybody hear that? Her family wants us to flood his lives in pictures with things like murderer, and people are doing it. It's a movement. What? Where is this on Bigo? Is this on Bigo? Latanya Jones was on the case. She, Major Jungle, Latanya Jones, um, did what most people do. She ended up becoming obsessed to the point where it drove her crazy. And I used to watch her, and she lost her mind. But that's what happens when you're dealing with a demon, you guys. That's what happens when you're dealing with something so toxic, and then you have other people. The people start fighting because, again, demons, they cater to your desires. And what happens here is that people make a lot of money off of him because he garners so much attention. People make money off of him, and then they start being cutthroat with other people who are covering him, and then everybody start to clash and forget what the problem is. This man is a what they call a king of confusion. Whose family, Malia? Yeah. Yep, on Bigo under her recent picture. As soon as people heard her family give them the green light, it's a wrap. And on his YouTube live, people were flooding his chat. Okay, YouTube, saying Malia is dying. Who is Latanya Jones? Faith Hope. She's on YouTube. You can check. I don't know what her name is on YouTube. I don't know what her name is. Um, but every other video was about her saying goodbye to the Nature Boy sector, and then she does another video about the Nature Boy sector. But she's a Gemini like me, so I can't say too many bad things about her. All I can say is that um, what do y'all think about Zoca? What do y'all think about Zoca? Because I saw in a comment that Zoca's baby may not be um may have not passed, but Zoca looks terrible. She's the next one to be um she's the next one to go. She's the and if please y'all, please, when if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please go to my channel and check out some of my videos. I show you what some of these ladies look like before they went and what they look like now. Um, I have a video of like, so there is, what's his name, World News. There's the T. There's O'Neill TV. Um, there's I think her Tanya. What is Yummy? What's Tanya's channel name? There are people who are really covering these stories of Nature Boy and what he's doing. Pandora's Box. That's her. Yep, that's Tanya's name on here. But not Tanya. I'm talking about Sugar Love. What is Sugar Love's Oh yeah, S.L. Davis. What's Sugar Love's the channel she's on now? Zoca, I think when she got pregnant, Nature Boy got her to sell the baby for money. Oh my gosh. If we could get if we could get documentation, because they said it's not, she had the baby. If the baby was born, there should be a record of the child. Yes or no? If the baby was born, there should be a record of the child. They claim that they had the baby in the hospital in Puerto Rico. Um, Once I learn how to use this screen share, I'm going to show you guys how I do research about these people. People think they did some sick sacrificial thing to the baby and assume that the hiking video really really them finding a burial ground. I don't know about that. I don't know. So Linda Evans, he says he has no disease now. He said he had no disease like today, but there's um, a video clip of him saying, and if, oh my goodness, I'm going to figure out how to work this by my next live, my the sharing thing. He says braggingly that he had an STD every weekend at the club. I mean, we know how many STDs there are, and we know which ones are curable and which ones are not. So if you had an STD, um, 9 times out of 10, you contracted something that is incurable, and so you passed on something that was incurable to other people. Tony T, Yummy, thank you. Um, who says they do edits on Nature Boy? Where was that at? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Full of Sports. Please subscribe to Full of Sports or check out her videos, or him. I'm not sure if it's a male or female, but please check out those videos as well. Um, Okay, thanks. Okay, let me skip some of these. Sure. Hello, I just subscribed. Oh, thank you. Nasty Nature Boy, and their baby is dead. Sad to say. A lot of people think the baby's dead, you guys. A lot of people think the baby's dead. Diseases are all mental to him. He did it again today. He was bragging about it again. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. What's up? If you are new to this chat, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button on this, you guys. My goal is to figure out what we can do at this point to take this psychopath down. Um, he brags about having STDs. He berated Malia. Like he literally told her that she is the reason she has the STD. She is the reason she's sick. She's the reason he's starving her. I'm sorry. She's the reason she's malnourished. Um, she's the reason she has, all these issues, right? That's what he told her. That's what he told her. He smacked this girl in the face. He smacked her in the face for not appreciating how he was bragging about her fighting Velvet. But yet he's talking to her in the hospital, telling her her family doesn't love him. Her family, wants to hurt her. Somebody make that make sense. And so it's almost like no matter what we do, no matter who we say that, we've all came to Velvet. People gave money to Velvet to escape. Serenity to escape. Who else they gave money to? Umi, whatever her real name is, to escape, right? And what happened? It's all control. Yes, it is, Yummy. And what happened? More young girls went. Remember when he supposedly kicked Aya out? More young girls went. Oh, we know Velvet is no good. We know that. I mean, that is a whole nother video. Um, Tamara, what's up, Tamara? She says, I'm down. Just tell me what I got to do to take him down. That is where I'm at right now. That is where I am. Tamara, that is where I am. No. So, anybody who wants to help, do not send donations to anyone. He's starving her and beating her. Donna, who plus Aya and Ephraim beating on her too. Right. He reminds me of Cinderella, how the stepmother and stepsister treat her like a dog. I think it's worse. I think it's worse. This is literally like a spawn of Satan. This is literally like a spawn of Satan. Um, one of the videos I did um was about his childhood, and so I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. Nature Boy, and this is coming from a childhood associate. Her name is Candy. I think her last name begins with a C. But she said that this little sick fuck would smother poop all over the window of a car because he would get kicked out of church and be sent into a car. He smothered poop all over a car, shitted on himself, peed on himself, took all his clothes off, just because he was upset. Just because he was upset. And then as he got older, he started doing other things, hitting other people, but he knew who to hit and who not to hit. So he was like, child major jungle bees. Yes, nature boy Aquarius son. Yes. And so Tamara, to answer your question, what we're going to do, um, so what I'm being told is that the family said, can you flood his Bigo with calling him a murderer? it's as much information as you can get in the chat about him killing people, killing babies, killing Mama Dia, if you're familiar with Mama Dia, killing the members there, destroying them in ways that are just horrific. Um, but what I did was I called the FBI. They can't do nothing. They don't want to do nothing for me. They just took my information down and took my complaint. Um, Unfortunately, CPS isn't going to do anything because we haven't seen any children in a while. Um, but he is in Puerto Rico. So I think it's time to start getting connections with people who live in Puerto Rico. Okay, you remember Mama Dia. So anybody in the chat, I got 40 people in the chat room right now. There has to be at least one person who has connections to people and someone in Puerto Rico. If you are that person, please message me. I don't know how that you just private message me or something, or another channel holder. Malia probably was in pain from. Yeah. Do y'all remember the video that he I guess was committing a sexual act on her on live? Does anybody remember that? And she looked like she wanted to cry. 40. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, man. CIA. The CIA is not going to do anything. I mean, they might because of these SBA loans. They might because of these SBA loans, but he's been doing it for a while. So in the FBI, they work slow. They didn't catch Aswad Allende. They didn't catch him for 20 to 25 years. They didn't get the head of what is that group called? The Hebrew Israelites, the one who just died from COVID. It took them years to catch him as well. Yes, yes, Tamara. Um, the sister and the aunt said that Tinisha, aka Malia, smelled like rotten fish. How do you smell like rotten fish? Fish itself stink, but rotten fish, like rotten dying fish or rotten dead fish, that's a whole nother smell. And they were laughing about that. They were, if you saw the video, he was making fun of her. He was making fun of her, y'all. And this has to stop because, again, it's Malia today. But whose daughter is it going to be tomorrow? Whose son is it going to be next week? It is 3 in the morning, so I don't say nothing. I'm listening or sleeping. It's 3 in the morning where you are, Yami. Where are you? What country are you in? Are you in another country or a state? What country are you in if you're in another country? Do the people there know about what's going on here? We have to make this national. OMG, when they said the smell or on her, shaking my damn head. Where I go? Oh, I know the other women smell the same way. Oh yeah, they said Sheba stinks real bad. He said people die when they leave because they ain't strong enough. Aquarius, and we know why they die. He kicks them out before they can die with him. And I just found out from another member. It was an interview. Who did this interview? Who did this interview? Oh, yeah, I think it was World News who might have done the interview. And it was an ex-member, and she named another person who had died. It wasn't Mama Dia. It was another member who died. If anybody knows who that is, Please put it in the chat. Yes, her family said flood the chat. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that up as well. Here you guys go. Please. Her family said flood the chat and share any Nature Boy videos with the objective that they're spreading awareness. Please, you guys, flood anywhere you see him. That is going to be the awareness part. If you know anyone who knows this man, who knows Eligio Bishop, he is from New Jersey. He ran all over New York City spreading diseases. He ran all over Atlanta spreading diseases. Um, where else? He's been all over this. He's been all over this country with that crap. If you know anybody who knows him, please ask them to come forward. Um, because this is it's enough. I had enough. Again, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, um, but please like this video, you guys. Please like this video. What I'm going to do is search for people in Puerto Rico. Thank you, Aquarius Sun. Search for people in Puerto Rico and encourage them to protest or something. If anyone knows his location, it'll be even better. His location is already exposed. His location is already exposed. The the property owner was contacted. I think his World News discovered that, but nothing's been happening. Hey, Copper Linus, how are you? No worries. No worries. It is past my bedtime as well. Before I go to sleep to say, sadly, it might have to take another person to die. Oh God, I hope not. Before he is finally taken out and finished, but I certainly hope not. Thank you for stopping through. Thank you for the support, you guys. I appreciate the fact that people are here in this live because this particular live has a purpose, and it's not just a gossip. It's to try and promote action. It's to try and promote action. We need to do something, and sitting around and unfortunately just talking is not enough. We need to bring awareness. We need to come up with a strategic plan, but we cannot do that without the ex-members. We can't do that without um, family members of the people who are still there. We cannot do that without professionals who are in maybe the medical field, who are in the legal field, social workers. So please educate people about what's happening who can actually help us. Um, Donna, I enjoy your videos. Oh, thank you. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful night, Donna. Has anyone contacted Mike Brown? I reached out to Mike Brown. How do you pronounce your first name? Garcia? I reached out to Mike Brown. No response. I reached out to um what's her name? Maisha. No response. I reached out to because Mike Brown he's not a bad guy. He's not, you guys. He got caught up just like almost everybody else who comes in contact with Eligio. The governor of Puerto Rico. Is it still that female? Is it still a woman? Is it still that woman? The governor of Puerto Rico. And so I think Aquarius Sun, that is a great idea. Let me write this. Put that in my notes. Um, so maybe local government, like the governors of Puerto Rico, the since we have a general location, maybe the mayor or state the rep there. Direct. It's got to be somebody, and I'll do my research. I'll do my diligence. And thankfully, it's only in Puerto Rico. Anybody else have any suggestions? Um, let's see. I've also been placing phone calls to figure out a strategy to dismantle his operation, and will continue to do so. Good night, Copper. Lioness. Good night. Have a wonderful night, hon. We need to contact Adult Protective Services. Oh, adult! I didn't know they had an Adult Protective Services. Adult Services. So with Adult Protective Services, um, who would they need to speak to? Because if again, we can't do this alone. The viewers can't do this alone. We really need the support of um we really need the support of the members, the ex-members, and the family members of these people. TV stations already tried that, but it's always keep plugging into the little bit of those places that you know about as much as possible. So like TV stations, radio stations, um, what else? What else? Keep calling. Obviously, we're gonna have to keep calling the FBI, but again, it's really tough with the FBI. They got so much going on. Leave her alone. She don't want to be saved. I'm gonna ignore that comment. I'm going to ignore that comment. Do anybody know how to get in contact with the ex-members? Yeah. So a lot of the ex-members reach out to larger channel holders. Um, World News. What Kiss the Veil? I think she has done some interviews. Um, O'Neill TV has done a recent interview. Who else? Young Pharaoh used to get all the interviews, but he's doing his own thing as he should be. Um, Anybody else that I know has gotten some interviews, able to get some interviews? Mm, Mr. Marquez, I know Velvet's family. They were very, forward and very interactive with the big channel holders. Please check out their channels. Reach out to them because they have the numbers to entice the family members. Because you got no sense. Oh boy. We can send video and screenshot proof to the FBI and really express the sense of urgency due to the threat it poses on the American people in America as well. The FBI will eat it the fuck up. Um, you would think so, but again, I don't know how long you've been following Gracia, but sadly, we're not a priority. We're not our community meaning the Afro community, wherever it is that you come from, um, you know, non-white community, and is not a priority. We're just not. I mean, we make up 50% of children who have been abducted, or young girls who have been abducted, and only about 16% of the population. Nobody really, pays attention to the plights that that our community face. And so that has been the problem. That has been the issue. And that's why Nature Boy has stopped allowing white people into his cult, because there are a lot of people who protect them. There are a lot of TV stations who will fight for them. Her family got to. Hmm. Mia, it's not only for, that's right. It's not, and that's what we have to understand is that what we are doing tonight, right now, here. I don't know what Mia said, but oh, okay, that's the one causing some trouble. But Mia, I haven't read your comments except for that first one. Um, but what we are doing is not just for Tanisha. What we are doing is to stop a crazed, delusional sociopath um, from hurting more people. And so I got some. I brought my pen and my paper tonight because we have to do more than just talk about what is happening. We have to do more than make videos. I make videos, and that it brings awareness. But I'm tired of looking at this man destroy young people. The above address and phone number to flood the mailbox of the governor of Puerto Rico, Wanda Vesquez. Okay, let me write her name down. She's the governor? Yeah. Wanda. If you are in the chat, please take that information down. Wanda Vesquez. Let me see. Where did that number go? You have it? I can Google it if I can't find where you put the number. Hmm. We have children all over the internet, and the females are getting younger, and yes, they are younger and younger. About what I'm going through is past life karma. Yep, yep. It's forever woman that plan on going over there. I don't understand that one. Oh, every okay. It's for every woman that plan on going over there. Period. Correct. There are vulnerable children thinking he really is the Messiah. Yes. We lived in a fucked up society. We live in a culture that is so toxic that anything outside of this culture seems right. Anything is better than nothing, right? And so that's what's happening to our younger generation is we're realizing Christianity, may not be the best form of soothing, spiritual soothing for us. And so our young people don't have, thanks to, drugs and everything else that infiltrates our communities, and that's all communities across the board. Um, we don't have, some stability. And for those who don't have that stability, they have to figure things out on their own. And that's why it is we cannot necessarily blame these young adults because they have been living their lives suffering, and they finally see the light. They finally see that that they don't have to live in this world. They don't have to conform. And they find this demon who portrays himself, a wolf in sheep's clothing, who pretends that he can save them from what this society has to offer. They think he got so terrible. Um, I'm going to even I'm going to Twitter Kim Kardashian tonight. Okay, Aquarius sun, and send her the clips. I know that's right, Aquarius. You're welcome. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Kim Kardashian gets things done, y'all. She gets things done. Um, I'm from Detroit. Never have I seen anybody this bad. The only person who was this bad was Jim Jones. The only person who was this bad was Jim Jones. If anybody knows, who was alive long enough or who, did a little bit of research or learned about him at some point, Jim Jones was the only person this bad. He was having intercourse with the children. He was having intercourse with the adults, male and female. He was oh, this is the point I wanted to make, you guys. Anybody notice that with all these cult leaders, um, what's one thing that they all have in common? I hope, obviously they have a few things, but in terms of luring their victims, what's one thing they have in common? Let's see if somebody get it. How do they lure their victims? And I'm telling you, this is the way we can stop him. If you know what it is, we actually can stop him through this as well. But this has to be a joint effort. Bring predators, manipulation, children. They all are demonic. Yes. Oh, Brother York had the same. I'm telling you, they all have the same skill. I'm gonna say it like that. It's a skill or talent. Think about R. Kelly. And this is how they lure the young population in. Fake illusion dreams. Mm, I want to say yes to all these things, but the way they do it is through music. Trauma stories through music. The gift of gab that is in their lyrics. Oh, are you serious? I did not know that. Afro used to be with Brother York. Music. All of them have used music as the lore. They play songs. They tell them, I'm gonna make you famous, or what is it, I'm gonna make you famous is for some groups. um yes, yes, because music has reputation. Thank you, Major Jungle. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Music has that repetition, and so it becomes a spell. Yes, Killer. It becomes a spell. And and we all know what music does to us. It touches us emotionally. World News said the same thing. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. If you look at those cults, like who teach their children about racism and everything, they have songs. They sing songs about how evil the government is, and how to hate each other, anybody outside of them. It's the repetition. It's the soothing sound that music, that dragging the lyrics make. Yep, yep. And so the reason I bring up the music is because how do you think he makes most of his money? Or let me say a portion, a large portion of his money. When things aren't going right, when the donations aren't coming in enough, when nobody's qualifying for those SBA loans, how do you think he's making his money? The music. He is seducing. And if you ever heard a young person come on his live, whether he was on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, um, or now Bigo, the first thing they say is, "Yep." And the beats, there's a certain frequency. Yes, yes, yes. Kill 'em. You are on point right now. Um, and the first thing they say is, "I can't really fuck with you like that, but the music is so good." And he can tailor the beat to a certain genre so that he can appeal to whoever he needs to appeal to. So if you want to stop him, number one is contacting the authorities. 38 and trying to make music. He not making music, he obviously making music to live out his own little fantasies, but he's making music because that's where the hook is. He got to keep producing that music because that's where the lore is. He was doing it today, trying to reel people in, trying to, music gets you comfortable. Music makes you comfortable, whether you're drinking with the music or not. If you can relate to the music, you can let your guard down a little bit more. He's singing to the people on his panel this song. One of the people didn't know him. Aquarius Sun. I hate to say this. Oh my God. During my research, he is actually 38 years old. He just looked really sick. He went from, if you look at him 5 years ago, and if you look at him 5 years ago when he started this whole journey of being a cult leader. It started out as the Etherians, then became melanation, then became carbonation. In 5 years, he went from looking like a 38-year-old to looking like a 49-year-old. And his body has really deformed. I've never seen anything like it. I do too, kill him. If I had the money, I would be there. If I wasn't pregnant, I would truly be there. Um, yeah. But remember when they had Big Booty Vegan Girl, and it was a good hook. They had the love with Zoca who looks so bad. Yeah, he's been mimicking spiritual leaders for a very long time. He, one of his lovers, I believe, one of his lovers, um, the sugar daddies that he had Michael Brown, who was a scholar, who is a scholar, and a very prestigious individual, knowledgeable, um, and then you had this mysterious white man. I truly believe in my heart this mysterious white man is in the pool of spiritual like educators, people who I almost thought it was what's his name? Um the one that he talks about so much. Uh what is his name? Lip something. What is the white guy's name that he tells everybody to watch the videos? But the white man is supposed to be evil. The white man is supposed to be devil, our lower self, right? But he worships this man. He worships the content that this man teaches. Oh my God. What is his name? Lipton. Something Lipton. I did a video on him too a while ago. Bruce Lipton. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bruce Lipton. And so, Bruce Lipton, I believe, is either that secret lover or in that circle where his secret lover came from. And that's how he was able to obtain this information, this knowledge, was through watching his videos. Um, what time is it? Oh, it's getting 11 o'clock almost. But yeah, you guys. So if you haven't already, again, please like, please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this live. If you gotten something out of it, whether it be from me or the people in the chat. We had a lot of wonderful educators in the chat. People who came up with solutions. So if you didn't see it, um, go back and listen. Oh, Tamara. Yes. But we need goons. We need goons, y'all. We definitely, it should not matter if you are related to the person or not. At some point, we have to come together and be like, look, I've had enough. I'm not gonna sit here and allow you to bring these broken women back into our communities. They're coming back to us. They're coming back to our brothers, our sisters. They said Velvet went on some like sex spree, carrying whatever STDs that he done gave her. So kill him if you listen. If we could get a posse down there if we can get a posse down there in Puerto Rico, um, there's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way to shake this up. And I'm going to drop the link one more time before I head out. If anybody wants to come up and has something to share, let's see if I can put if it's here before we wrap this up. I want to say I want to give a big thank you to all the channel holders who have been covering them. I mean, all the way from um, what is his name? Young Pharaoh to Uncle Black to the T, S.L. Davis, um, O'Neal. Oh my God, it's so many, and it's so many. Kiss the Veil. It was somebody who did an interview, but it was terrible. I can't remember her name. Uh, I've never been able to do an interview. I want to so bad, but I've never been able to. But to the Marquez family, thank you because they did a lot. Sybil, I don't know what her intentions are, but she helped a lot. Thank you to the people the ex-members who came out and spoke about what happened to them, like Sunny, like uh, hmm, Yaya when she first came, when she first came back. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot of people, a lot of ex-members who are finally coming out and speaking on what happened to them. Exactly. No passports needed. And they're coming back here. They're bringing them back. Fundi Fee, thank you. And Fundi Fee, Latanya, when she was, when her mind was together, she was definitely on him hard. Um, Anybody else I'm forgetting? There are so many people, you guys, who have really been doing their damn thing. And everybody who has went to Bigo, who educating the people on Bigo. I don't trust Liddy, so don't ask me about Liddy. I do not trust that man. Um, I, I don't know if he was an informant like he claims. But something about him just tells me that he only decided to do whatever he did because he was unhappy with how he and his friend were being treated. This is why we need to contact the FBI. So contacting the FBI isn't going to do anything unless it's done by somebody who has concrete evidence, Garcia. Garcia. I live in Florida. My goddad is a very well respected retired TD. Can you get him? Can he come? Can you talk to him or bring him to somebody's panel? And with my information on Nature Boy, my understanding is they're looking into him. But is there any way we can talk to your godfather? Is there any way we can possibly talk to him? Because looking into him is, it is that's a very loose term or loose phrase because you can look into something and then there be nothing, or you can look into something and there not be enough evidence. So you kind of like just throw it out, or to just shut the public up. What does that mean? Looking into him, and and what extent? Like, is he is he on somebody's radar? Is he in the system as a flight risk? We need that kind of information. These people are sick. Um, anyone know if Yaya is on social media? I don't have no idea. Can't wait till I come back. Got work in the morning. JoJo will be checked. Oh, thank you, Linda, so much. Have a wonderful night. Um, thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and like this live, please. For the ones that donate to them folks, please stop giving. Okay, let me do this real quick because I like that comment. For the ones that donate to them folks, please stop giving him money to continue this. If y'all know anything about Nature Boy, Eligio Bishop, Eligio Prado, if y'all know anything about him, he can only move at the help of others. He himself is nothing. He doesn't make his own music. He doesn't create his own videos. He doesn't edit them. He does nothing but talk. His only gift is manipulation and the gift of gab. And so, like Killam said, if you cut his funding off, if you cut him the fuck off financially, it's almost like he will literally disappear. You get what I'm saying? Like, he'll start to do drastic things, and that's what we want. We want him to do drastic things for attention, for money, so it can be easier to take him down. Stop giving him money. If enough of us contact the FBI or print the proof and add a bunch of signatures, yes, yes, Garcia, yes, that can work. Let me getting signatures. Do you guys want me to do another live soon? To kind of follow up on some of these ideas or some of these suggestions. Oh, thank you, Aquarius. Get those up likes up, you guys, please, please. There are channel holders like me, but they are very far and few in between. Um, everybody else is doing it for, you know. A lot of his followers are young and rich. The ones that are not on the scenes, the ones that he had with him are not rich at all, and that's why he can do what he does to them. The lady he was living with, I found out through the grapevine. I think it's on another channel's video. That she knew him. What was her name? Oh, can't remember her name, but she knew them. She knew him from the barbershop. She used to be, I guess, one of his customers or something. Virtual and physical signatures, yes, that is going to work. Um, preach. What was that for? um, all these crazy people are not going to stop funding him. I don't understand their mindset. How can these people be so slow? Man, if if we could get a hold of some of them and literally ask them questions, I guarantee you we could change their minds. Some of them change some of their minds. He has a big following, so the stupid people will always fund him. Haitian God, Haitian goddess, why do you think he has such a big following? And do you think these are new followers? Like, new people discover him every day. The people that already follow him, he burns bridges with them on his own. Like, nobody has to do it for him. Why do you think his following is so big? I look at real content reactors. Don't like fake. Are you? Is that creators? I'm not sure. If you see anyone donate, report their page. Nothing can happen to them if they donate. Unfortunately, Aquarius sun. Yada, yes he does. Yada is not as public, but he's the same. Stop following these gurus, you guys. Please. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. My book. Earlier in this live, I mentioned my book. I wrote a book, 15 Steps to Find and Love a Woman's Journey. I wrote it because of carbonation. I wrote it because we see these women in carbonation and people make statements. A lot of people, come down on the women, but a lot of times these women and these men are broken. They are broken. They have not found themselves. They have never been able to know who they are, love who they are within themselves. So they start looking outward. They don't know how to look for red flags. Nobody's taught them that. They don't know how to do research on a person before allowing that person into their personal space, into their mind. They don't know how to do that. They don't. People don't accept therapy, and these are all the things that are in my book. It's like, listen, if we go back to having a checkbox alongside these requirements before somebody can get into our heart and into our mind, this will stop. This will stop. The new people don't do their research. They sure enough don't. If you come up with what's called boundaries, if you say, you know what, these are things that I just cannot tolerate. These are things that I will not subject myself to. And somebody comes along, and a person like Nature Boy, a sociopath, a selfish, manipulative sociopath, he's going to try and break those rules that you have to protect yourself. He's going to try and step over those boundaries. And so if you meet somebody like that, you'll be able to say, hold up. These are the things I don't tolerate. I don't tolerate somebody hitting me. I don't tolerate somebody talking down to me. I can't deal with a person who does this, who does that. I can't deal with a person who violates women. You wouldn't even have a second conversation with this man. People want a leader and a savior instead of being their own leader. People are so gullible and naive. Don't get me wrong, it's entertainment purposes too. Yeah, yeah, I think people want a leader. People want a leader. And that's our programming. That we have to have somebody to guide us, to lead us, um, into what though? Like if you know what you want to be led into, if you know what it is that you want to get to, you don't need one individual to lead you. You can have the universe to lead you. Nature Boy thinks so. Garcia, you say some people believe, yeah, but you gonna say Jesus ain't real, but dare follow Nature Boy. But here's the thing. Um, the issue with religion is that it's a self-soothing, um I don't know what you would call it, but it's a self-soothing ideology. And for some people, Nature Boy and what he tells them he is self-soothing to them. Okay. Yahweh, God, Yeshua is my savior, protector, my everything. And that's okay. I don't think it's anything wrong with believing whatever it is you believe in. As long as that thing is not breaking you down, as long as it's not telling you to hurt other people, as long as it's not manipulating you into doing things that are not conducive to healing. He said in the live that he did recently that for some reason crazy and sick people flock to him. I'm like, dude, it's because you are sick and crazy yourself. He knows he's sick and crazy. He told his brother he hears demons. He knows he's sick and crazy. But the problem is he cannot control those demons. He can't control the enjoyment he gets out of hurting and breaking people down. And he knows the easiest people to do that to are people with mental illnesses. And so for the 29 people in here, please, I urge you to go play back. If you have just gotten in here, play back. We came up with solutions, some of which are to contact the local government in Puerto Rico, to come up with a petition. Um, Someone said contact adult protective services. I've never heard of them, but I'm gonna look them up. To contact your local media, to contact Puerto Rico's local media with whatever information you have. Reach out to family members that you may know, who has somebody there. Um, and flood. Where is that? Oh, I don't have it in here anymore. But flood his chat rooms. Let me see. It's all the way up here. Um, yeah. So flood his chat room with the things that he's done. With the things that he's done, he's killed people. He's killed people. He's been the reason people have died. So keep that in mind. This is what I had. One of my last videos was the FBI contact information if anybody wants to call them, CPS information if anybody wants to call them. It's up to you. But hello, peace and love. How are you? We about to wrap it up, but it is okay. Um, if you need to find out what was going on with what we came up with, always do the playback. I am gonna go live with an update. Hopefully, Gracia. Hopefully you're in the next one because you came up with some amazing suggestions. Some amazing suggestions. Suggestions. Hello everyone. Hello. Hey A&W. Um, yeah, and I think getting those signatures are a great start. All of this is a great start, and I just look forward to. We have to stop supporting him and Vigo Live and report his page. You know what? I'm so glad you said that. We need to find out who owns Bigo. I know it's the Chinese people, but who? Like, who is in charge of Bigo? I also noticed that Natureboy got his vibrations from other people's pain. Oh yeah, he thrives on that. He thrives on that pain. That is what invigorates him. His agent saves him. What do you mean his agent saves him, Keish? I'm sorry, Aquarius. Oh, you mean Keys? The guy Keys? Oh yeah, that guy Keys. If you are on Bigo, I don't know. People said that it costs money to like shut a person's page down. I don't know how Bigo works. I'm not on Bigo, but I don't know who the money goes to. I don't know anything about that, but I know for a fact that somebody said that you can pay for somebody's page to get shut down. But then they might only support him more. Uh, it was spoken about who owns Beagle Live. I think it was World News who spoke on it. Really, I'm gonna go check out his one of his videos. Every time someone reports him, I believe Keys gets him. Oh my God, I hope that is not true, Aquarius. I hope that is not true. But then again, he is a money maker for people who, um, he's a money maker for people, and he knows that. And he knows that his nasty, ugly, torn up face self. I never seen nobody 38 that looked that bad. Never, 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 never. I mean, unless they were on drugs, and I think he does do drugs. Um, okay, you guys. I'm super tired. I gotta get ready for tomorrow. Um, and get my kids ready for school tomorrow. But thank you all so much for coming into the live. Thank you all so much for participating in this conversation and giving suggestions and figuring out what we need to do next. Like, what is the next step? We gotta get this. We gotta get them going. He looks like a water bug. Maybe I might put that on my screen the next live I go to. I'm gonna find a water bug picture. Um, yes, but yes, he's a hot mess, and we gotta take him down. And enough is enough. I'm so tired of him hurting people. I'm so tired of it. I don't want to report on this. I want to do other videos, but I know it's necessary. Good night, Tamara. I know it's necessary. Um, love the live. Keep it. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know it's necessary, and so I'm not going to stop. I know other channel holders are not going to stop until he is gone, and so that's what we got to do. All right. Oh, no problem. Please replay. Do whatever it is you got to do. Sip some coffee because it's a long live. Sip some coffee. Wash dishes, wash clothes, whatever it is you do. And then please leave a message in a comment if you have any other suggestions for how we can continue taking him down and really just being being what we say we want to be, and that is a community of action. All right, all right, everyone. Thank you, Killam. Big O, I'm talking about going after his life, his livelihood, which is money, like to take him all the way down or out for good. Real talk. Listen, listen. I promise you, you're not the only one who feels that way. I promise you. And if there was a way for us to make sure that that happened without anybody being sacrificed, I think it would have happened by now. There are a lot of people who understand what you're going through, and I'm one of them. Okay, so all right, good night, good night, good night, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Please get some rest, and I will see you on the other side of the live or in someone else's live. Good night, everyone.